So tonight I am talking building your business, your Isagenix business in 30 minutes a day. And one of the things that I see a lot is life is getting busy. Life has got so much going on, and everybody wants to know how to build Isagenix in the cracks of your time. But so many people are becoming overwhelmed because it looks like there is so much to do, and it's a matter of prioritizing what's important, what is not. And so I know that if you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, you're taking the time to watch this because you've got dreams, you've got goals, and you know that Isagenix can help you get there. All right. But this call is going to be showing you what's really important and in what order should you do things. So in saying that, I'm going to whip through this call as quick as I can, give you as much information as I can. Stay till the end because I've got some extra little bonus things. And I want you to know the exact steps that you need to take. So think about this. If you were going to buy a cake and you just walked into the supermarket and you had to walk around every aisle, how long would it take for you to get everything you needed for that cake versus walking in with a recipe, walking exactly up to exactly what you need, coming out? And another example is the gym. You go to the gym with half an hour, you know exactly what exercises you need to do to get your result, all right, versus walking into the gym, walking around the treadmill, walking around the stair climber, walking over to the bicep machine, and just staring at it. So we have to have a plan. We need to know exactly what to do. All right, so you guys with me. The first thing that I want to share with you guys is that Isagenix is designed to be done in small pockets of time. It's not designed to completely take over your life. You're not designed to have the phone in front of your face. And a little bit of a truth bomb here: if you weren't doing Isagenix on your phone, you'd probably be doing something else on your phone. I was out with friends the other day and all of my friends were on their phone. At least I was making money. But I really want to give you the steps. Okay, who's up for the steps? If you want the steps, let's go for it. So the first thing is, how many hours in your week do you actually have to do Isagenix? And this is amazing. And if you're taking notes, there is 168 hours in a week. 7 days a week, 24 hours in a day. Right, so we're going to stick with 8 hours of sleeping and we're going to stick with 8 hours of working. All right, so that's 56 hours a week working, 56 hours a week sleeping. I know that you guys change it up just a little bit, all right, but for the sake of this exercise. So you have got 56 hours left to do whatever you want. And many of you are choosing to spend that time building your Isagenix empire. You know why? Because I know you've got dreams. I know you've got goals. In the chat, can you write some of your dreams and goals down? I know many of you want more time freedom. Many of you want income. Many of you want impact. What dreams do you have that you can't currently do because you don't have enough time or income? All right. Now, let's think about the 56 hours you've got left. How are you spending that? Family, exercise, traveling to and from work, hobbies, church, fun, all right? There is definitely enough time in your life for Isagenix. What we need to do is we need to prioritize and we need to give you a map, all right? So I hope you firstly see that you have got room to, thank you so much, Sarah. Health, freedom, impact is your goals. You want to be a resource to help fellow world changers. That was worth reading out. I love it. All right. So what I want to show you first is the first 30 minutes. All right. Now I know that some of you are going to be like, Rach, she said we can build this business in 30 minutes a day. Well, the first 30 minutes is called no extra time. Okay. And what that means is you can do it while you're multitasking, while you're cleaning, folding laundry, driving, doing your makeup, at the gym. I even listen to stuff while I'm in the shower, right? So no extra time. It's called net time, 30 minutes. if you're taking notes. Now, what is that about? This is the most important part of everything, all right? Because this is growing your brain, your mind. This is learning. This is developing. But most importantly, this is building your mindset and guarding it from negativity, all right? This is your personal development. This is your reading books. This is your growing, all right? The most important thing in Isagenix is its mindset, all right? Now, I tell you, when you look at the people at the top, especially when I look at those people that I get on the calls for you, the leaders, the mentors, the Dave MacArthurs, and, the other day we had Brendan, and it's because of the growth, their mindset. They are positive. And people are going to throw negative stuff at you all the time, right? What is your reaction? Okay, so we are blinkers on, we are focused, we are feeding our mindset. Now, if you want to know, if you're a little bit lost what that actually looks like, there is a lady called Urena who is amazing at this, and she posts personal development all over the Team Free page all the time, and you can just reach out and ask her. But I would suggest, if you've got a faith, you start there. I would suggest Googling Isagenix Business Podcast. I would suggest leadership, all right, mindset, hacks. And guys, this is where we need to work together as a team. If you find something good and it adds value to you, you post it to Team Free, all right? Now imagine if all of us as a team were doing 30 minutes as a minimum a day, no extra time, growing our brains, and when we were finding good stuff, we're sharing it, all right? Absolutely. Now, this is consistent. This is all the time. An example is if you're driving the kids to school, school's 15 minutes away. Jump on a call, 15 minutes there and back, boom, done, all right? Some people like to read before bed. Other people like to journal and Bible in the morning. Guys, every single person's different. It's like your ice cream. Everyone likes a different flavor. You've got to make sure you're doing it. Are you guys with me? Say aye. Hands up. Perfect. Can you guys do 30 minutes of personal development? All right. So now we're getting into the fun stuff. Okay. So this is where the 30 minutes starts. All right. So 15 minutes of connecting and inviting. And this is called the 3 by 3 by 3. 3 by 3 by 3. That's 3 threes. All right. So the first 3 is new connections. Okay. So what is a new connection? It's reaching out to somebody new. It's building that relationship. How are you? Okay, I haven't spoken to you in a while. It's asking them about the kids, asking good questions. Maybe you're going to invite them to a coffee, to a lunch. All right, now what are you doing? You're connecting with them. You're building the relationship. You're asking questions. You're finding the pain point. All right. Pretty soon they're going to tell you they're tired, they're broke, they're fat, they're unhappy, they need a holiday. All right? Wow, and that's your open. Now I want to talk to you about this. The people that you're reaching out to, you want to help them. You want to impact them, so don't feel bad, all right? And you're building that relationship. These are people that go onto your list. Every single one of us needs a list, and on that list we're always adding our names. These are the people that we want to be in our business, to do Isagenix with us. These are the people we want to help. So make sure you're adding those names to your list. It's not just throwing spaghetti on a wall and seeing who sticks. All right. So that's a minimum of 3 new connections. Now I put 5 minutes there. Does it take you long? No way, guys. A lot of you will have names popping into your head. Write it down and just block it and do the 3 at once. It could be texting. It could be Facebook messaging. Now, the holy grail is picking up the phone and making a call. If you're going to do that, you're going to screw my time, but that is okay. All right. You could do that another time. All right. The next thing is following up. 5 minutes. You're going to do 3 follow-ups. Okay, so I just want to explain to you a bit of a follow-up. And I've gone through all my notebooks to like find all this information. You should have seen it. I pulled it from everywhere. The number one mistake that we see people do with following up, all right, is they follow up the same 10 people over and over and over and over again until the 10 people are like, can you leave me alone? Like, go away. So guys, we need to have a bit of a system. So I like the 1-1-1. Follow up the next day, all right? If they were interested, follow up the next in 1 week, and then follow up in a month. And then you could always be following them up in a month. Now, what kind of thing are you going to be saying? Well, it's going to depend on the conversation that you had with them last time, all right? But one of my favorite things, and I'm straight down the line, and you guys know this, are you ready to get started? I'm not giving up on you. I love that. I'm not giving up on you. I've used that for years. I've probably used it on some of you guys, but it works, all right? Now, let's talk about ghosting. Who has been ghosted? Yeah, doesn't feel that good, hey? Can I tell you about ghosting? Do you know that ghosting is actually a good thing? That means that your friends and your family, all right, they just don't want to say no to you anymore. They don't want to hurt your feelings. Don't take it personally. So if someone is ghosting you and you really, really care about them, have I offended you? And then they'll come back to you and say something and just go, would you like me to take you off my list? Now, Zach Sloban says that no one ever comes off your list until they're dead. All right, but just ask them, do you want me to take you off your list? Technically, right, so we'll use this as an example. You've got someone who you see at Christmas time who asks you about Isagenix, who wants to get started, all right? And you follow them up the next day with some information. You check in on them in a week and ask them if they're ready to get started. If they haven't got back to you, then they're not ready. And you were checking in on them every month. That's only 12 check-ins in a year, all right? But if they stop responding, have I offended you? Boom. They'll soon respond pretty quickly, won't they? All right. Now, this is the last thing, and I love this so much. The last three is pouring greatness into people. Now, this should not take 5 minutes. This could take like 20 seconds, right? But it is loving on people, encouraging, supporting them. Louisa sent me this incredible podcast the other day from Rich Wilkinson. And the number one way that you can influence someone and make an impact on them is by encouraging them. Hello, are we here to influence? Are we here to impact? I'm pretty sure that's a good way to build a relationship with someone too, yeah? So prospects, team, upline, downline, crossline, strangers who you admire, who are doing great, your kids' parents, school teachers, coaches, whatever. Just pour greatness into people and make it sincere. And it's what you put out, you give back. Let me tell you that when I do this, I am high on life. When I go on, and if I am ever down in the dumps, sad, struggling, if I go and pour into others, it picks me up so quickly. So if you're struggling, go and love on some people, all right? Even if you got nothing left to give. All right, so just a little recap. We just did 3 by 3 by 3, 5 minutes each one. New connections, following up, pouring greatness. All right. Someone who's on this call will be able to transcribe the 3 by 3 by 3 and put it as a post on Team Free for all the new people who are joining. All right. The next one, 5 minutes on social media. Now, if you are not a social media person, then that is so fine. My only thought about that is social media is there. It's free. All your friends are there. If you do it right, we can do it with class and elegance and a bit of sass, okay? So social media posting, 5 minutes. 1 post a day, every single day. I'm going to be really honest. I haven't been posting lately. I've had a lot of stuff going on. It's the first thing I stopped doing when life gets busy, but I am back on it today. Now, I want to help you guys with posting. All right. What do you post? It's the first question so many people are going to ask. Okay, so we post stories. We post feelings. We post from our heart. All right. We don't want our Facebook or our Instagram looking like a garage sale. All right. We don't want it looking like a mess. Think about this. Your family and your friends get on social media. Why? Because they want to see what you're up to. They're nosy, right? Do you know why are people there? They're stalking. They want to know where you are. They want to know what you're doing. They want to know who you're dating, how many kids you've got, what job you're working, what holiday you're going to, what bargain you just bought, right? Because one, they want to know because they're nosy. And two, they want to know if they can do it too. All right. So this is where you get to relate on social media. Okay. This is one of the best things. Post stories, post how you're feeling. An example is, well, you can absolutely post your before and after, your team's before and afters, but just don't do them every single day. But what's going to have more of an impact is sharing different stories about different things. So an example is you can share about having enough money to now go on a holiday, or having enough money to put one of your kids into, pay for the daycare, or getting your products for free that you love. You could talk about the biggest thing is people want energy. Go and talk about having more energy with a photo of you just like this, like smiling, looking energetic. You could post, an example is, before, if you were connecting with someone and they're really stressed, right? You're not going to go and slam them about this. You're not going to go and slam a bottle of Ionics on your Instagram talking about stress, are you? And how it's got all these ingredients that drop stress. But what you could do is post a photo of you with your shot of Ionics, talking about how you used to be so stressed on a, before taking the kids to school or at work. But now, since you've found this, liquid gold or whatever you want to call it, full of adaptogens, you didn't even know what adaptogens were in your language. Now you feel less stressed. Or if someone has got an objection, that's a whole nother call, objections, but just say you're talking to someone who wants to get started and they can't afford it. Guess what you're going to do your post about? How you're saving money, how you're getting your favorite products for free. Yeah? Are you guys following me? Is this good? You getting it? All right. So, and guess what, guys? Just copy each other's posts. If you see someone else do a really good post, or, I'll use Nicole Bone as an example. If she does a really good story, I'm going to go and get that story, right? And I'm going to go check out my beautiful friend, Nicole. I have known her for however long. I'm so inspired by her. I love this. Boom. All right. Go that way. Okay. I hope that's helped. So that's 5 minutes. Another little hack is if you are scrolling, which I'm going to talk about at the end, if you see posts that you like on Facebook, you can actually just save them. You can do the same for Instagram. You just save them and you can revert back to them. And for those of you who like to be super organized, actually, I'll talk about that. There's another hack you can do on a Sunday plan. There we go. I'm thinking of all the ideas. Okay, the next 5 minutes. This is one of my favorite ones. Where's Madeline Sutherland? You are incredible at this. Showing up on all the pages. So this is just 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, set a timer, go to Healthy Living. If you do this every day, right? If you do this every day, you can get a lot out in 5 minutes. So I believe you're all business coaches, all right? You are building a network of people who love these products, but who want to earn income and so forth. You need to show up. Healthy Living and Team Free is your shop, okay? People are more likely to get started with you if they see you active, if they see you supporting other people, if they see you posting good value or answering questions and so forth. So jump on the pages, show up, encourage support. It's your shop front, answer questions, love on people. If you aren't showing up there and your business is not where you want it to be, you've got to ask yourself, are people going to come and join you if they don't feel like you're going to support them? Because I tell you, if someone posts a question and no one answers it, and your prospect is watching that, they're not going to have a lot of confidence, all right? But hey, imagine that there's all these questions being answered and you're there giving value and loving and encouraging. Hello? They see every time you post. Your prospect or your cleanser doesn't give a damn if I comment or if Rosanna comments or if Catherine comments on them. Well, they do. It is amazing. It's so amazing, the more support and love. But do you know who they care about the most? Their mom. Their mom. Their mom. The person who helped them get started. I just had this thought in my head, of a little kid having their tonsils out. They don't care about the nurse. They don't care about the strangers. They just want their mum and their dad. All right. It's the same. You want their coach. All right. So, and the same with Team Free, guys. You've got to show up there. All right. You've got to, if you're stuck for ideas, you don't have to always post stuff, but if you're stuck for ideas, think about what you wanted to see when you started. All right. And also we just need to support everybody. All right. Because one day you'll be on a holiday, or one day, something will happen and you can't jump on there, but don't worry. The rest of us have got your back. All right. Last 5 minutes, and then I'm going to recap, and then I'll give you some bonuses, and then I'm going to turn off the live and we'll have a chat. The last 5 minutes, an enrollment check-in. All right. So we need to be checking in with our customers, and also the people who we've got building. All right. So this is just 5 minutes. Just check in with them. Just invite them to things, get them paid, text them, voice message them. So with your customers, you're checking in and seeing how they're doing. Are they noticing positive changes? Do they have any questions? Have they got a result that you can post back to Healthy Living or on your page? All right. Encourage and support. I always like to do, for me personally, because I have got so many, I always push them through on a Monday. Like I do a lot of check-ins on Mondays with all my customers once a week. But the closer relationship you have, the more likely it is, one, that they'll share, two, that they'll keep ordering and you'll pick up any little problems. But and then with your people sharing and building, again, they need to hear from you. They need to know that you're there supporting them, caring for them and encouraging them. All right. So many of you guys get messages from me all the time. Right. I'm just checking in. I'm just saying hi. I'm just, doing the do. Now there's a few little hacks to this. You can create a Facebook friends list. Okay. So there is a Facebook friends list, which is, if you go into Facebook on a desktop, you go to friends, you create a list, you can put all your cleansers in there. All right. You can actually create a list for prospects. You can create a list for cleansers. You can create a list for team builders. All right. And it just puts everyone in one spot. Super simple, super easy. All right. For those of you who have been following me, I want to go over it that 30 minutes again. All right. Because you guys, you don't have to fit into my box. If this system doesn't work for you, then that's so fine. I just wanted to give you guys a direction. All right. So 30 minutes, no extra time, growing, personal development, calls, reading, podcasts. Yeah, cool. Okay, that's the first 30. All right. And you can do more and more. Like I probably do 2 hours a day of that. All right. The next thing, 15 minutes. It's 3 by 3 by 3. Okay, so this is new connections, following up, and pouring love. Okay, so we are always, while we're doing this, inviting people. All right, so I believe that the inviting is included in this. We're inviting them to an event, we're inviting them to a presentation, we're inviting them to look at a video, we're inviting them onto the calls. Marlena, what are you doing? We are always, we're always connecting, we're always following up, we're always inviting. All right, now then the next 5 minutes is a social media post. All right, Instagram, Facebook, go for it. That's a whole nother call. If you are stuck for ideas, please message me. There are so many podcasts on what to post. All right, but remember, just stories. People just want your stories. Okay. 5 minutes showing up on Healthy Living and Team Free. If you have more time and you can sit there and love on people, and that's your genius, your gift, then please do it. All right. This is just a bare minimum. This is just for that person who's got like 10 kids who, is like, how am I going to do this? But, this is the bones. And then 5 minutes in checking in with your customers and your builders. All right. Now, a few little bonuses. Okay. If you are struggling with time, you need to sit down for 5, 10, 20 minutes and actually look at where you're spending your time. Okay. All right. So are you getting lost in a scroll hole? All right. Where is your time going? Okay. Because we need to find the little gaps and what we can do and where. The next thing is eating the frog. And this can be for not Isagenix related, but you need to do, have you guys heard of Eat the Frog? Greg used to talk about it all the time. And he taught me this. You need to do the thing that is the hardest, that's going to stop you, that you don't want to do first. Okay. So eat the frog. So write your list every day and put the frog next to it. And that works with your personal life as well. Another thing is consistency. If you do this every single day, day in, day out, and then even if you find more spare time, you add more to this, all right, you are going to have this incredible business that you dream of. You are going to have those dreams. You are going to have your goals. Okay. I promise you, you don't just do this for a week. What I've done is I've compressed it and made it shorter, so therefore that you could be more consistent. An example is Urena. Not too long ago, I ran through this with her. And the shorter I could make the amount of time for her, the more consistent she was, instead of having this unrealistic goal. All right. Now, another idea, guys, as well, is if you really get stuck with social media, plan it 1 week in advance. Just plan your 7 posts, go for it. And then just have them ready to go. Bang them out. All right. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn this off, stop the stream. All right. Now, does anybody have anything that's working for them that they would like to share? All right. Where's all my mamas? Okay. Are you guys surprised that you've got 56 hours extra in a week? It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. What are we doing with that time? I find that the more time that we have, the more time that we have, the more time that we waste. Think about it. If you are going to the supermarket and you've got the kids in the car and your husband, you can run in, you can get what you need and get out. But hey, if you go to the supermarket and you're on your own, how long does it take? All right. So I'm going to turn the recording off, and then I'll just...
Once I actually had my, just my priorities and just the basics of the basics. Because my problem before was I had far too many things on my list of things to do, and I was getting overwhelmed before I even got started. So then I stopped doing lists, because I go, it was all happening in my head. And because it was happening in my head, nothing was happening in my head because I was overwhelming myself, making it just far too complicated. So having just those few steps with doing this 3 by 3 by 3, and making myself accountable to you, pretty much saying, okay, this is the time I want to do it in, this is what I want to do when, and by 12 o'clock I have to be done and actually, show you my results, sort of thing, that I did do it. Wow, I couldn't believe suddenly I had all day free to do guiltless, sorry, that's the word, to do whatever else I needed to do, instead of running the whole day with thinking, oh, I should have and I could have and I didn't, and then I bash myself up for not doing it, and then I go, okay, tomorrow, and tomorrow just repeats itself. So yeah, having just the basics, just, oh my goodness, so good, so good. And yeah, happy to do it with somebody else. And you know what, I always say you can't steer a parked car, and I was a parked car, so nobody could really tell me, what was working, what wasn't. But when you are actually driving your car, then you can be steered, yes, meaning, hey, do this, this works better, and then you can do more quality approaches instead of quantity. That's it.
Yes, yes. So guys, if you have extra, the most important thing to do, and I'm actually going to get this made up. Would you guys like that in a little checklist? Yeah, just a guide. I think we'll do that. I'll do that tomorrow morning for you. If you have more time, you're connecting with more people and you're having deeper conversations. You're picking up the phone, making phone calls. All right. This is a bare minimum. And the thing that I love is, for someone who even doesn't have any time, you have a half an hour lunch break, or you can wake up half an hour early, or do you know what I mean? So that's why I kept it to 30 minutes. All right.